Hi, Jeremy. All right, I'm ready to do your soul rebirth journey now. I've been pre-preparing for this all morning. So I'm raised my vibration really high, so then when I enter your spiritual atmosphere, I'm a reflection of really high vibrational energy. And then I also have this Melchizedek. What is this thing? I'm never going to figure this thing out. If it's not called Jim, I'm not going to remember it. Melchizedek Reconnection disc. There you go. There you go. That's what this is. So I've been using this piece. I really like it. And it really helps keep me balanced when I'm doing my journey healings. So I'll put some information on if anybody who is interested in getting this piece. It was made by Natalya Ankh, so I'll put her information in the YouTube notes. So I'm ready to dive into your spiritual atmosphere. You've had some real interesting, sort of unexplainable issues with feeling guilt, and it does stem from sort of your upbringing. Just the way you were raised was sort of inspiring you to feel guilty. And it's just sort of, there's more to it than this, because this has even clearly come through the channeling that it has some past life relationship as well. And so this is like the final lifetime. We're going to tie up all the loose ends of these strings and we're going to release you from this. And so I'm connecting with my spirit guides right now in order to accomplish this work for you. And I had reread your spiritual permission slip, which every one is so unique and so special. And I think there's value to me reading these before I start the journey, just as a means to help me align with the work and then help you viewers to understand how to create statements of I don't know how you define this, but when you say I am ready now, I am ready to experience this, then you're starting to acknowledge, you're starting to alter energy patterns, you're starting to alter a pathway. Creating a pathway that it manifests your dreams, right? So when you say you want something, now you speak it with confidence and you say it from the soul, and now you're manifesting, you're creating a pathway that manifests your dreams. So I'm going to read Jeremy's permission slip. I've done this on the last two, and I'm still feel like this is a good choice to continue to go forward doing this. So I'm going to read your permission slip now, and then we're going to go get involved. Before I read it, I'm to indicate that some of the images that came through the channeling for Jeremy was guilt in a way that makes the soul feel like it is being punished for no reason. And then the soul feels sort of shackled, like even shackled up like this, and then crying and not even able to wipe its own tears. So the soul feels the suffering from the physical, and then it expresses itself in these different ways. Even what was in the channeling, what came through were even was an image of being basically punished for something you didn't do, and then those who are punishing you are just rubbing it in your face that much more, and they will not leave you alone. So it's just that much darker, and that's much more terrible of an experience. And so in this sort of channeling, an angel and I kept coming into the scene in order to help you see you're no longer shackled, and that you have the ability to stand up, and now we will walk through the door of the dungeon, and we will walk into a realm of healing. The realm of healing for you was really about the violet flame, which, and a room of violet light, which is reflective of Usui Reiki. So I'm going to put in the beginning of the videos just a bunch of links to other videos and just anything that comes to mind that might be useful. And then a link to my website if you're interested in getting a soul rebirth journey with me. It's extremely transformative spiritual healing work that I do. And I do it inside your spiritual atmosphere, and then the healing actually transfers from your spiritual atmosphere into your physical body, and now you feel completely different in a very positive way. So you can't go wrong with unconditional love. Here's the unconditional love buffet. I'm going to put it into your spiritual atmosphere, and now watch how unconditional love buffet alters and transforms your physical body, perceptions, emotions, everything. So I'm going to read your spiritual permission slip now, Jeremy, so everybody can hear it. So it says, I, Jeremy, am ready to stand strong on my own 2 feet. I acknowledge that I am standing now in the light of heaven, which embraces me on all sides of my infinite reflection. I choose to release now from the illusion of punishment and false imprisonment. I acknowledge that I am not shackled, and I acknowledge that I am of the divine light, worthy and deserving of love. I open with strength and confidence the totality of my physical and spiritual expression for the entrance of Abbey's soul, along with the light and love of heaven, heavenly angels, and heavenly spiritual guides. I allow these high vibrations of love to light the pathway that heals, transforms, and releases my body, mind, and spirit from all reflections and inspirations to feel and experience guilt. I say with confidence and strength, I let go now. I stand up from my imprisonment and I walk through the dungeon door and into the realm of the violet light. I allow this reflection of the Divine Mother and Father. I allow this light to raise my vibration, that I may continue the sacred journey of my soul as an even more profound and infinite reflection of the Divine Mother and Father of all. I kneel in gratitude for this gift bestowed upon my soul by heaven, and now I stand in honor and reverence. I am ready to be reborn in the light of all now. I acknowledge the freedom and joy I am granted when I allow heavenly light and love to embrace and heal me. I say these final words. I am healed now, I am thankful, and I am blessed. So that gives you an idea of what the type of language you need to be using in order to transform your life. If you need me to create the language for you, just contact me. I will do this. And then I'll read it so we can all enjoy it. There's something to be enjoyed through experiencing spiritual healing and the images of the spirit realm and the language that is divine, sacred, high vibrational language, words that are transformative. So, Jim, Mitchell's dead, but I don't know. Whatever this thing, I'll never get it. But this thingy-mabob is coming with me. I like it. It makes me feel good. So when I take this with me to help you, I'm also balancing, I'm using its energy to balance your 3 etheric, mental, and emotional bodies. That's its purpose. But then I'm also taking a really unique spiritual gift of yours, and it is your creative, you're creative and imaginative. So I'm really excited. That's such a unique thing to take. I need more creativity. I need more imagination. Because when I go into these realms, I have to alter the energy patterns. And so you have to kind of outsmart it with creativity and your imagination. So I'm going to be using you, Jeremy. You're coming with me. We're using the old smarts of yours to do this work, to heal you. So Spirit asked me where I want to begin. And I say, I feel like I need to start... I need to start where I saw you. We're hanging up there with your hands literally out like this. And then, and yes, I will hold this piece the entire time. It gets really hot in my hand after a while too because the energy flows. And then also my crystal ball always comes with me too. But I'm standing here in this space. And this actually, the thing I'm supposed to acknowledge is that you are no longer shackled. We did that in the channeling. And so there's nothing to see here is what they are showing me. That's kind of cool that they did that. They want to show me that the sun is risen here and that the light of all has been transforming this space since I did that channeling work. I'm going into the dungeon space, and I'm allowed to see that it is empty. There's nobody here imprisoned in the dungeon now. So they're asking me now, where do I want to begin with you? I was like, well, that's great news. We have to go into the vein of this experience. So we just go into the vein of Jeremy's guilty feelings, and then I allow them to manifest a reality. This is interesting. I'm going through like a roller coaster ride that is in a tube, and I'm just traveling at super fast speeds. I can see both outside of it and then the inside of it is like going through a wormhole really quickly, but there's a lot of tubes and stuff, and so I'm just traveling through it very quickly, and everything is in darkness. So even the tube is black, and then the energy outside the tube is black, the energy inside the tube is black, everything is sort of in darkness. I'm in the palm of somebody's hand. There's a giant here that I see the palm of the giant's hand, and there's all this sort of roller coastery tubes going on here. And he's just sort of, this is his little playhouse, I guess. I'm trying to decide if I choose to be inside this tube or outside. I choose to be outside of it. I choose to stop my motion, and then I'm choosing to alter the vibrations. I'm instantly transforming this space into red rubies to alter the energy patterns. I'm instantly looking at this being who looks like Dobby, but from like Harry Potter, but he's massive. And he's quite thicker than the skinny Dobby. He's like pretty built, muscular, but he has that kind of face. But he's instantly shrinking down with this. I just covered this whole room, which is a contained space full of dark energy with this being in there, and then this odd tube thing. I choose to see its enclosed space, and now it's covered in trillions of just red gemstones and rubies and such, just to alter the vibration. It is glowing red now. So this guy is very small now. He feels small and insignificant. When I change the energy so he's not the important guy anymore, the higher vibrations of love are the important energies. I'm going to him, and then I'm lifting him with energy, so I'm not touching him. I'm actually just lifting him with levitating with energy. And then filling his body and heart, soul, his expression with energy, and saying, you are worthy and deserving of love. I'm helping him to feel that in his heart. All human beings need to say that. I am worthy and deserving of love. All human beings need to say that every day. So you too need to say that, Jeremy. I am worthy and deserving of love. But to feel balanced with it. To feel that that is a part of you and a part of your life, a part of your experience. That you really are a special human being who is worthy and deserving of so much love and so much joy and so much relief from this. It's just this is this big in comparison to everything about life. And because of its contamination in your spiritual atmosphere, it's hard to get this big out of there. Just through trying in the physical, it's hard to. So I can go in there and help alter that sort of vibration so it's not there. Now it is a reflection of love, right? He seems to want to become part of these red gemstones. Like he wants to experience it. I'm creating an orb that's also a reflection of ruby. And I'm allowing it to surround him so he's within this ruby orb of energy. He wants me to place it within his heart. So I say, okay. So I do that for him. I place the energy within your heart now. Isn't Dobby the sort of ding, you know, like he just self-punishes himself all the time, and he always just feels like he tries really hard and then he never does anything right, is the Dobby feeling. Like there's a reason why I'm seeing this guy, I'm describing him like this, like I'm Dobby. I don't, you know, he does that, you know, and then the sock and all that, like he just needs a sock, that's all. There's something to this because I'm helping him to see that he's worthy and deserving of love. This is a reflection of you. You're a special human being. This is doing some work. He's sort of in a sleep state right now. I'm asking, there's something about these tubes here. It makes me think of marbles going through tubes, like in a really unique way, and I don't know where they're, like you could start here, but there's so many tubes that it's like, which one is it going to end up coming out of? Like, I don't even know. There's something exciting about it. Something about life having many different pathways. You don't always know what the end outcome is going to be, and so you just you start here at the beginning, and then there's all these different outcomes that could possibly happen, and so you just let it, you know, go through the system of experience, right? And then where's it going to end up? We never know. Well, now it ends up here, apparently. Now we end up here. We were the ball inside the tunnel, and now here we are. We're outside the tunnel doing this massive healing work for you, Jeremy. And you are worth it. You deserve it. Something about this is changing. The scene is altering, and I'm starting to think about an odd wooden flute piece. I don't even know if it's a flute. It's just an odd bunch of branches, sort of wooden piece, but it's been clearly been carved, so it's smoothed out, and it's been carved with a small knife, so the smoothness it's not perfect at all. There's grooves in it, but it's what would be, again, piping system. So we have like 6 tubes like this, and they're all connected to each other, and then there's like one big tube in the center, and then a bunch of tubes on the opposing side. So if you hold it upright, they're kind of reflective of each other on both sides, but you hold it on one side and you blow into one of the tubes, and then it just makes noises, I guess, out the other ones. Then I'm in a jungle scene. There's something really pleasant about the experience of blowing into this piece. I just want to do that, and then let the sounds play for themselves. It's the only way I can describe it. I don't know how you would make this. I don't know if this is a real instrument. I don't know how. It all seems to be one piece that was carved, and I don't even know how that's possible, because there's an internal tube with these other pieces projected. I don't even. How would you carve out the internal tube? I don't know. But I'm going with this. This is what they're showing me, some sort of flute piece that is unique and different, unlike anything we know, and unlike anything we would have a clue how it was made. Even what is like bugs hollowing out the inside of it. It's odd, but it's hollowed out on the inside. When there's a will, there's a way. That's what they say. All things are possible. You have to go beyond the human mind to be a part of the infinite, to see that all things are possible. And now this is a reflection of Jeremy's creativity and imagination. This is a reflection of what seems complicated, how this would be possible, now starts to be filled with ideas of how you could make it possible. You're sort of even have an inventive nature. With your imagination, you can be inventive, but you indicated that you love to write, and that's really your creative nature comes through your writing. But it's showing in this scene in both scenes as though it's inventive, even concocting physical inventions and stuff. But it does feel like so imaginative too. I mean, you have to think of the idea, right? I'm just still with this flute, and something feels very good about it. He's cleaning it out with like a pipe cleaner or something. It's like he's wanting to show me that you can make this thing. That he was slowly creating it through creating like tools that would hollow it out. That would be his fingers to hollow out the inside of it with some sort of creation of a pipe cleaner or something he could chuck into the inside, and then move the piece and turn it into an L shape or something to clear out other parts of it. It's really crafty. I mean, it would take so much time, but if you got nothing else, if you live in a jungle, you got nothing else to do. No, then what is time to you? You know what I mean? If you spent 6 hours really focusing on this because you love doing it, then why not? You know. To get this final outcome is to blow on this creation that you made that has just like a relieving sound to it. I don't know what it is, but when I hear it being played, I just feel like I could just listen. I just need to hear this. If I can just hear this keep playing, it just feels so much better. It's very strange. There's an odd snake coming into the scene. It's wanting to bite you, and then it bit you, and it seems to have died in the process of biting you, and is falling off. It's a weird looking snake because it's got an unusual pattern. I don't think there's a snake that exists that looks like this, but it's got like a orangish color scales, and they would be a lighter peach color. And then the pattern there's like diamond pattern on it, but it's so unique and so pretty. Full of different colors even. They're saying this is a real snake. Like, well, that's pretty awesome if that's a real snake. I can't imagine that. It asked me if I know where the snake lives or where it comes from. I'm starting to wonder if we're on another planet. It just happens to look like Earth with people who look like humans. I mean, there are parallel universes, you know. The snake didn't even, he doesn't seem to be bothered by this action that took place with the snake biting him. I'm not sure where, I was just supposed to indicate that related to the snake's location. It's an unreal looking snake to me, but maybe that's because it's a part of a planet that is very much like Earth with humans that look like, you know, people look like humans. But he's just sort of itching. It just makes him itch. The snake seemed to have died when it touched him. He's just itching really badly. It's almost like it didn't affect him at first, and it's because he was maybe in shock that this just happened, because literally just a snake came out of nowhere and just bit him, and then the snake just sort of died. I don't get it. It's like the bumblebee stings you, it lost its stinger, now it's gonna go die. It's like odd, like the snake just died. Now he's just itching and his skin is starting to boil a little bit. He's starting to hyperventilate. He's actually starting to freak out right now. He was just enjoying himself with this flute piece that he spent so much time on, even showing us how it's possible to do the impossible, just to get bit by a snake, and is itching like mad, and it's starting to burn really bad, and it's making the skin alter its composure, and the skin's starting to like bubble like it was acid or something. It's really frightening. He's really starting to panic. He's having a panic. I mean, he's having a dizzy spell and he's going asleep right now. He's going into a different space right now. I mean, he's literally in the eye of all, is the only way I can describe it. He's lifting out of his body, but he's still, just something's going on here. I'm getting overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie. I myself need to calm down in order to process this with clarity. So just let me calm down for a minute. I'm like, because he's hyperventilating and I'm seeing this, I'm hyperventilating. I'm freaking out. Like, okay, detach from the image. Melchizedek and crystal ball, detach from image. Now calm down so we can think with clarity here about this. I'm like trying to get some air in my body. That was a bit overwhelming. Sometimes it happened so fast. It's like, and it was like the last thing you wanted, the last thing you ever expected, you know? You just really, come on now. Snake, come on. Why does that have to happen? Like, how many times in our lives have we like, really, that had to happen right now? Usually it's not a snake coming and biting you and then you start hyperventilating, it's something else, but, so I'm calming down, but I'm still not quite there yet. I feel like I'm just gonna drink some water really quick. I just need to. Water's full of oxygen too. So you gotta breathe and drink water, and that helps. Okay. So I'm calming down. Sometimes you just need a distraction and then you re-enter. So I'm seeing you lying on the forest floor, and you're not an old you're probably a teenager. You're of a darker complexion. You have kind of straw-like hair. And it's not African looking, but it's sort of, I've seen others with a little bit different looking hair. It's hair, all right, but it's got a dryness to it, and it's straighter. It sort of comes to here is how it's cut. You're like the Jungle Boy Mowgli. It's kind of what you look like. But you're not you're not skinny. You're just a normal size, I guess. You just look like a healthy kid. I see just an energy coil coming out of your body. There's just this really gross feeling I feel inside. I mean, everything just feels so dark about this whole thing. And this gray energy coil is coming out of you like a smoke. While there's simultaneously and sort of like there's a black space here. Like a dark orb or something. Usually you go into the light, right? So what is this about? Have you passed away? Are you maybe hallucinating because of the venom? I mean, you're definitely not moving. Your body's not moving, and you're basically passed out from the overwhelmingness of it all. You basically freaked out and your body just shut down. I'm going to choose to stop. I'm choosing to alter the vibration. I'm lifting this dark orb sphere. It's saying there's no need for darkness here. I'm transforming it into the light of heaven. I'm saying, white light of heaven, this deserves your energy here. Unconditional love to fill this space. Death does happen. Sometimes it happens when we least expect it, you know. That is part of the soul journey, to experience things like this. And it created a really dark, I mean, it was not a warm experience at all. So I'm helping to alter the vibration so it is warmer, just allowing the body to be at peace or at rest with it, not freaking out, basically. They're asking me, how do you help the body be at peace? He was just bit by a snake. It's like, well, I'm looking at the image from a spiritual angle. And so I'm going to do my best, as I would for any human being, to just help the body. The body is actually in this passed out state. The skin is starting to like get bubbly even. He's waking up and he's breathing and he's freaking out. He just came back too. And his skin is just like, it's almost like he ingested, it's kind of out of a horror story. He's really confused. He's like going delirious and he's going insane is basically what this is. I was like, wouldn't you go insane if this was happening to you? I was like, yeah, I would. I would not know how to calm my body. I would not know how to tolerate the image. I would not know how to tolerate what just happened, especially when I felt so peaceful. I'm going back in the past, and I'm choosing a different pathway. I'm speaking to the snake with love, and I'm coaxing the snake. So now we are back in this space where he just made his flute complete and is blowing on it and is in a state of peace. And now I'm with the snake before the snake bites you. And I'm actually sharing love with this snake. And telling the snake that you're my friend. you don't need to bite. You need to give kisses, right? So I'm helping this by altering the vibration. So we're the marble in the hole. Which hole are we going to end up at? We're choosing to end up with you not being bit by the snake. Through choosing this gift for you. This is going to be impressive relief, believe it or not. This is what Spirit shares as the highest vibrational wisdom I can give you at this part in the journey. So this is what your body needs. This is the spiritual medicine your body needs to find relief from this guilty feeling. I'm still working with the snake because its pathway, it's really determined here. I'm creating a programming for its mind in order to contemplate a different pathway. that there's some sort of need. It just wants to unleash its anger on you. I mean, it chose you and it hates you for some reason. It's like some weird soul thing. Like the soul inside that snake is somehow a soulmate of yours, believe it or not. Like there's how we treat each other in the physical isn't always what we mean to each other in the spiritual. My spirit guides are talking to me about this. There's something about this is a reflection of you in your life being bit by the snake. It's almost like repetitive. What are you supposed to do about that? Sometimes it's overwhelming you. We just choose to breathe through it, and then we need to see that this pattern has to change. This pattern has to change. They're not showing me the soul within the snake right now. They're just saying that this has a reflective experience in your current lifetime today, with the way that some people have treated you, has hurt, and effectively created very severe pain. So I'm creating an energy for the snake's brain, basically. And then I'm helping it to find relief. Just went through a portal. I didn't even know that was there. I'm doing something really pretty with ribbons right now. I don't know why, but I'm inspired to just twirl a ribbon around like it's a snake, but it's a ribbon, and I'm just twirling it around, and I'm twirling it around you. And then I'm doing something really fun in order to alter the vibration. It's just raising the vibration through doing something really random and fun, but somehow reflective of a snake, but it's not a snake. Something just feels really gross right now. Something feels not right about this whole thing. Give me a minute here to relax and see what this is about. I'm just choosing patience, and I'm saying I am allowing wisdom to manifest in a way that I can comprehend it, not in a way that I can feel it so it is harmful to me, then a way that I can express it as wisdom. They're helping me to comprehend. We need to create a revolving door here again to go to a new scene, apparently. So they're asking me if I'm done with this scene, and I'm saying I don't feel complete with it yet. So I would like to return to it. I'd like to return to all the scene with the red emeralds, the red rubies, and then the scene with the boy. But I feel the energy was really getting foul, so I feel like I need to go to a new scene. Because it's not really showing me or explaining what it's about. I'm entering into an odd white box space with the doorway. I'm going into a white box with a door. It's sort of odd because there's all sorts of noises in here. It's almost like it's horrible for my head. It's sort of like it seemed quite peaceful. It's just like an odd white building with no windows or doors, just one door that's white. And then we enter into that door, and now inside is all of the sounds. They're like, release the sounds. And then the outside is surprisingly, it seems quiet, but when I went inside, it was like, there's so much noise here, inside and out. I can't stand it. It's horrid. So I'm just allowing the walls to come down. I'm allowing everything to just be dismantled, and then release the sounds. This is quite a big deal, actually. Even such a big deal that there's quite a large entity pulling me downward. But I'm not ready to go there yet. I just want to heal everything that's here. It's just like so much noise. It's just chaotic noise. I'm creating gong sounds in order to reharmonize these sounds. So I'm just allowing gong sounds to play. Feels really good. It feels amazing. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm just that the only thing we hear is this reharmonizing, rebalancing gong sound. I've been really inspired by this gong ever since I had somebody give me the sound of the gong as their spiritual gift, and it's been really effective. I've just been experiencing it in my own life, and just to raise my vibration, and then to use it in healing is really effective as well. So it's just vibrating through the space, and it's really allowing this chaos noise to just not be the value anymore. It's just diminishing to what is the sound of gongs is the value. And because of that, it's just altering the aggressive and need to pull me downward. But we'll just see, the space is all burnt out. So I'm just purifying it with angelic light liquid. It's just like a white liquid from heaven, and it is moist. It helps with acidic burning feelings. It just helps it feel just lighter. Just balanced, I guess. I guess you just call that balancing it. Conditioning the acid burn. It takes the burn away. But there's definitely something here I need to go down. Everything's feeling a lot better since I opened this space up, so I could release that. But there's something down here. I'm just going to flood it out first with energy before I go down there. I'm channeling through this hole here the light of heaven. That way the light of heaven is entered into this space. I'm just going to give it time to allow this. Because it's sort of burny down here and red flamey, I'm just going to allow some of this. I'm just going to let it rain down, this angel sort of heavenly rain that is sort of a conditioning, softening liquid. It's really, I don't know what to call it. So it's just raining this white, glowing, softening liquid downward. It's like a torrential downpour of it to help with the energy patterns as well here, and then help. It's filling this cavity up with this as well, and it's enough that it's deteriorating the ground entirely. So the ground is caved through, and what's down here, I'm not even down there with it. It's just getting rained on with this energy. It's definitely something down here. And whatever it is just coming out on its own accord now. It's sort of, he's just really exhausted. He just went into a net, and this net is a net of a transformation. And it's made out of geometric shapes. And I'm saying you are loved. You are adored by heaven. Transform with heaven today. And then I'm sharing love with his soul. I say you are worthy and deserving of love. You deserve to know what love feels like, and divine light and healing and transformation. This sort of netting, they sort of turn into an energy, and it becomes encased in like an orb inside, and this sort of becomes a circular shape, and they turn into kind of like a liquid or an energy as they're in a state of transformation. There's something even bigger and bolder coming out. Quite a nasty guy. He's just raging inside. he's just so spiteful and angry. I mean, he is not nice at all. This other guy was just sort of, he was just tired. He came out of there like, I give up. That's the only way I could describe it. He had kind of a pointy hat, and then he just, I don't know how to describe his appearance. He was the shape of a man, and it was like he had a hat over his head, and it was pointy, and you could just see his eyes and then his mouth. And he was in red. This other guy is real nasty. He's pretty relentless. He even looks like an evil Dobby that says like he's got sharp teeth and he's like a gremlin version and he's like an evil white orc or something. So I'm altering the energy again and telling him that you're loved. And I say Melchizedek. Even if I can't say it right, the intention is what matters. That's all that matters. So somehow it's creating a net of energy around him as well. I'm just setting it on his head and it's like balancing perfectly and it's not going anywhere. It's going to balance his energy out, reharmonize it. And there's a net of energy that has been draped around him. He's in the hole still. I'm just sort of on the outside, just allowing all this energy to enter into the space and do the work for me. Instead of me entering in and just telling you what's there, I just want to do it differently. So it's helping to, he's really calming down quite a lot. He's even getting really small. I'm choosing to enter the space and see that it is filled with red rubies. I don't know why, but this space goes down really far. There's no flooring down here. I'm feeling sort of the walls is filling with this ruby energy. This guy is getting smaller and smaller, and we are going to have to go down a very, very long ways. Everything is covered in rubies right now. The floor, I have not seen the floor yet, but the ceiling, where there's a massive hole, which is actually in the shape of a box, but there's walls here. There was some sort of part of a ceiling that was still remaining, I guess I could, but what I'm able to see as walls and such is covered in red rubies. There was a floor when I popped down in here, but when I popped down in here and started putting red rubies on everything, then the floor just disappeared. This guy got really small. He's going further down in the darkness. While he's in this netting, he's turning into the mini Dobby, the one where I put the red ruby in his heart. I'm not gonna go down in the dark. I don't have to. Just fill it with angelic light. I'm throwing down a bunch of, I don't know why. Give me a minute here. I've got all kinds of ideas going in my head, and I can't speak through them. I just need to do some things real quick. A bunch of other entities are coming in here with me. We're just levitating here up towards the surface. There's water filling this cavity now. But this water is coming up from the depths up to us. So there's a giant plug in here. It's weird. It's very weird. I'm pulling up. So you have some coils that create like a ball. Like if you have a shaker and they have a little coil ball in there, this kind of looks like that. And then there's a hook attached to it. And then if I pull on it where this water is just filled up, that's like attached to a plug. And I pull it all the way out. And now the water just goes down the drain. It looks like a normal sink. We're just washing it all away, I guess. Letting it all go down the kitchen sink. I don't... Sometimes you got to do that with your problems. Just let them wash all down the kitchen sink. Yeah. It's been there. I've been fighting it. The yawn. It just does it. It's part of this. There's nothing boring about this experience at all. Yeah, it's just this energy. Something just feels very tired, though. Something is changing here to where I just feel really like I could go nap for a while. That's the way this feels. When we let our problems go down the drain and we actually experience them going down the drain, so they're not our problems anymore. I mean, it's sort of like, it's not like get rid of this is some of our problems. We really just need to just let them go down the drain, you know? And this is one of those scenarios. It's not like some problems you need to look at, but this whatever this is a reflection of, it needed to just go down the drain is basically what it needed. And it's so relieving that it is putting me into a nap state. So this is like a nappy yawn. Usually it's like the scene's gonna change, Abbey will yawn. Or something about the energy changes and I yawn. But in this scenario, I actually feel so peaceful, I can't even... this just doesn't have any value anymore. Whatever this was is full of relief. Even so much relief, it can finally find rest and peace. It's sort of odd Dobby again, but he's sort of... I just need to do some things because this energy is making it hard to talk and work at the same time. I'm pulling this Dobby piece. He got caught in it's sort of a drain plug, but the drain has a catch, so all the like kitchen crumbs and stuff will go in that instead of going down the drain or whatever. So he kind of got in that catch piece that is just a part of the drain, and then the plug was on top of it like a rubber plug. And so I just picked him up. He's not a reflection of the angry Dobby anymore. He just feels like he's like holding a little stuffed animal, and he's sort of like a little statue or toy or something. He's just very tiny. I just feel inspired to grow Mother Earth's space here, to take out the sink and just to grow a nature space here. The whole thing with the gongs and everything, I just fill in the hole. Let's create a nature space. Let's just transform the entire space into a nature space. We're not going to bury Dobby here. There's something about him. He needs to be a part of the light and know that he's welcome to join the divine light. We don't need to just bury him. We need to help him experience divine light. Heaven has got a hand and has put this Dobby guy is in Heaven's hand, and then he's lifting him up into the white light and this cloud, so he can be at peace here. He's still sleeping in that red ruby room as well. That boy, something feels better about that boy as well, but I need to finish this space off because I'm so close here to having it filled, to have it healed. So it's just feeling so much better. I mean, it just does. It feels so much better in a way that I feel like I can finally rest. I didn't realize how tired I was. This is the way that feels. Like, you must feel this way. Sometimes it's like this condition or this experience has been an exhausting thing for you. So to have it released and lifted from you is like, wow, I didn't realize how much trauma it was causing me, and now I just feel like I need to sleep for a few days, and then just finally sleep with good dreams and good restful night's sleep and all of that. And that's the way this feels, like you're gonna pass out in a good way. Your body's gonna be relieved to that degree. So it's filled with dirt and soil. Dobby's in heaven. We've got earth space growing here. Everything is being rained on by these heavenly clouds full of heavenly white light, a liquid. And everything wants to transform. There's something more, though, to do here. It's not just, it's filled in, but there's more. There's like a hand coming out of the dirt, a giant's hand. So I'm pulling him up and out of the dirt, and now suddenly we are rock climbing with like Paul Bunyan or something. The scene has already changed itself already. This is going to be quite a storyline. Again, I'm saying you're worthy and deserving of love. Again, that keeps coming forward. I'm telling Paul Bunyan that, and he seems pretty happy. He's on the side of a vertical mountain, cliffside, and he's climbing it. Just one hand at a time, into one groove at a time. I got my yawn out. I'm gonna drink some water. This is experience. That feels good. This is constant scene changes. So I'm showing him there's nothing. Something about this climbing this is just exhausting me. That is like, it's creating an exhaustive feeling in me. We need you don't, let's get you to the top of this thing already. You're done climbing this mountain. This mountain is like for an insane, awesome climber, this is exhausting me. I'm done. I'm getting out of the scene before I go too sleepy. Bye. I'm having to come up with a way to help him realize that we are already at the top of the cliff. He's already climbed it all. He's done climbing. It's as if he can't climb any further than this, and he keeps trying and trying and trying over and over. It's a broken record, and he's just trapped in this experience of being on the side of a vertical cliff trying to climb to the top. He's literally about 6 feet away from the top of the cliff, and he just can't get to it. So I'm having to concoct a solution in order to help him see. We're eating some sandwiches, like ham sandwiches. We're on our lunch break at work, some sort of old school thing, like with a lunch pail and everything, and we're just taking our break. I'm filling his heart with love and letting him see how far he's come in his life. That goes down, and there's no bottom to this floor again. I'm seeing a space that has no bottom. I mean, you can look down and try to see the bottom of that climb he just accomplished. And it's like, look at what you've accomplished. How did you do that? How have you been climbing? How'd you get to this point here? No wonder you're so tired. No wonder I'm getting exhausted. No wonder. And so we're just sitting up here talking about this. I'm asking him to please see that you are sitting at the top of the mountain now, and you're not climbing it anymore. You made it, okay? You made it. He's like, I made it? It's like, yeah, don't you see? We're sitting down here. We're eating our sandwiches. We're looking at everything you've accomplished. You made it. It's starting to register, but it hasn't quite yet because a part of him still seems to think he's climbing the wall. But he'll be able to alter this soon enough. There's an angel coming down here, And the angel is, there's two, one on either side of the version that is climbing the wall still, and they are lifting him up, and now he's a statue sort of standing tall at the top of this mountain in honor of the man who has climbed this mountain. It's like one small step for man, one giant step for mankind. Here's the flag. You did it. There's something about this, Jeremy. This is the truth. You climbed this mountain. Now you are the statue at the top that we all get to honor and respect and just be in reverence of seeing it. It's amazing. And it feels amazing to see you as this statue. Everything feels really good right now. Everything feels amazing. It just feels so much better. I mean, I feel like so much relief inside. Again, it's joy and celebration energy that you did it. But it's also like, this has been a very long climb. I'm exhausted. That's the way this feels too. This has been an exhausting long climb. This is all part of your spiritual atmosphere. This is all part of vibrations that make up who and what you are, Jeremy. So I'm healing all of these sort of storylines that are part of your emotional, mental, physical body. And now you are able to find relief in your physical expression just through this spiritual work. We're building a monument now. It's not just a statue, it's a monument in reverence of you. And we're building it big. So it's really special, just like the Egyptian pyramid. It's just like the Statue of Liberty, just like the Eiffel Tower. It's its own monument for us all to be so proud of, so impressed by you. Your soul's journey. It's very impressive. Every soul is completely unique. No two souls are alike at all. And every soul needs a statue in commemoration. You deserve this so much, Jeremy. This is a huge gift to you. For all of the work your soul has done to get to this point, and you finally did it. Now, this sort of monument is just being built. It sort of has a Statue of Liberty sort of feel to it, kind of it's got white with pillars, so it's kind of like a Greek theme even. There's something about this white with pillars that feels just really great. I don't know what it is, but this is just highly esteemed or something about it. You're the principal guy. I don't know, something about this is the way it feels. And so this other version of you that's been eating sandwich with me, you're standing up and you're walking into your own statue of your own. This is your gift for everything you've done. You're just drawn to go into it now. You're welcomed into it. It's a part of your soul is a gift to your soul, and your soul's really wants to enjoy this gift right now. And so it's being drawn into it. It's a statue worthy of Paul Bunyan sized tall tale style. It's the biggest statue ever. That's what this is. It's really neat. So I'm just watching you going in there. All of this work is creating a peaceful sensation for that boy. And this sort of peace in the snake is the snake is kind of gagging. It's just, it itself is transforming as well for some reason. All of this work is helping that boy in that experience. All of this work is somehow in conjunction. And you are in the halls of this space, and you feel so special right now because you are special. You are this special. And a man who's this special, you need to be able to wear that badge proudly. And no, you're not being an egotistical jerk or anything. You earned it. You deserve it. You just climbed the mountain that has no floor down there. We all need to know about you. We are all impressed by you. Not just anybody can climb that mountain. Your soul was the soul that had to climb that mountain, and you made it. You deserve this. It's a Paul Bunyan-sized statue commemorating you and your soul journey and everything. You deserve this. It's amazing. I'm trying to enter into it, but I'm entering it through you, and you just are really impressed and just really kind of confused that this I get this. This is for me. This was made for me. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting as you're walking through. There's all kinds of rooms in here. It's like its own White House. It's like its own presidential space. I mean, it's a landmark space. People go there to experience this special space that is a reflection of you and your soul journey, and it's triumphant. And it makes us all feel just really triumphant ourselves. Just to experience your triumph makes us feel like we are triumphing. Like, human beings on the moon. It's a triumph for all of mankind. That's the feeling. That's the message behind it. So that's the message behind this too. It's that big of a deal. We never give ourselves enough credit. No, not a single one of us ever see ourselves as this wonderful, this special, this amazing. Every single one of us is this wonderful, this special, and this amazing. In a unique way. I have never met two people even not even close to feeling the same or sharing a similar experience. Like, they're totally different. You can't have mint chocolate chip ice cream and then say it tastes like moose tracks or something, like bunny tracks or something. They don't. They're both ice creams. They're both awesome, but they taste nothing alike. You are this awesome ice cream that could only be you, and nobody else could be you, Jeremy. Only you could be you. So let us enjoy your ice cream. Let us enjoy this. I'm helping your soul to realize that you really are this special, and it's helping here. You deserve time for us to let you experience this. It's starting to let you help your heartbeat. I'm even seeing heart beating with so much joy and love even. You're watching somebody else's heart beating for you. And you're mesmerized by it. And it's sort of feminine beauty that it's just the heartbeat inside this feminine beauty. It's just mesmerizing. I'm seeing you and just really mesmerized by the life inside this woman. The beat of her heart alone is a miracle. That's the feeling I get. I mean, it's so beautiful. It is the most purest, most beautiful energy feeling I need more of these. They're the tearjerker ones because they're so raw and honest. It's so loving. There's something odd about this because we're struggling to allow you to feel balanced with this. There's something odd here because again, you just look like you yourself aren't. You don't feel that wowing aspect of who and what you are. And so you're wowed by this woman, but you aren't wowed by yourself. Something like that. And so you see yourself as almost like not worthy and deserving of this. It's like you are the most beautiful man for that thought alone, for that experience alone. This, I have to work on this. I don't know why, but there's something here about this. I need a minute to evaluate this scene better, to figure out what I'm going to do. I haven't figured it out just yet. She's sort of laying on the bed, and you're like some creepy guy that's like peeking up and like, wow, pretty girl with heart beating in chest or something. And you're like the gremlin hiding under the bed and just keep like peering over. She's still there. I don't know. It's like, stop it. You're not a gremlin. You're a gorgeous guy. You're a loving, wonderful, amazing Paul Bunyan, big tails, awesome, creative, impressive guy. Let's help you feel that way. This is part, again, of your spiritual atmosphere that needs healing so you can feel balanced, super harmonized and balanced with your expression. It's going to do wonders for you. All these different scenes, oh my gosh, we're going through them real fast too. That was helping the scene. So you're actually choosing to lay down in bed next to this woman. And I haven't seen you. You're just sort of like a miniature. It's just sort of like a guy that was standing up that just got the pow. And so he's like smushed down like this. So he's not quite, he's kind of cartoony in that way. You know what I mean? So he's not normal. He's kind of a silly character. Is kind of this. And then you have this like pinup girl cartoon of a pinup girl sleeping on the bed in a red dress, perfect chest because she's like the pinup girl from a cartoon even. You know what I mean? And she's got perfect red hair pinned up in the perfect curly way. You would want her to be a nurse if you were in World War II. You would want to see her in a nurse's outfit, helping you feel better. That's like that gorgeous woman that just is just because of her feminine beauty and everything. It's just like you want that to be helping you when you're a man who's not feeling good. But this is real. You're starting to, there's some sort of strange, we're still working on helping you to feel this release from feeling that you are not worthy and deserving of this beautiful woman. You are worthy and deserving of this beautiful woman in your life. I'm touching your heart very softly. So you can tell that you too have a heart that beats, and your heart needs to be acknowledged that it is there too. You know that there's something about this. It's a slow progress here. It's a very slow progress. Still figuring this one out. Okay, Jeremy, what would you do in this situation? What would Jeremy do in this situation? Now think about it and tell me, and let's see if I can figure out what it is. I'm just gonna pretend I'm you and just see what you would do here. You're putting him in his boxer shorts and you're gonna have him do a dance for I don't know why. I'm not even sure if that's gonna work. Something has to be altered to help him see that just stop. Just quit being, you're kind of funny, but you just I don't know what it is. There's something, we need to help you see something differently. He's trying to do the hubba hubba dance for her, and she's sleeping. We're trying to alter the vibration in different ways. We're trying to do this differently. We're still working on it. I'm hearing put him in Speedos, so I'm like, okay, let's do the hubba hubba dance. I was like, okay, if we're putting you in Speedos, you're going to be a hunk of burning love. So we're got Pinup Girl and a hunk of burning love. We're going to have a hot rod here as well. Like, we just need to throw in all the things that just make this a really wild, exciting scene. It's just fun for us all, you know, because it's sort of like we're in a cartoon, and we just need to see the little guy we need the little guy to win. But he already has won. That's the issue here. He's already won, but he just hasn't come into his own. There's something here. So, Hunka Burning Love is named Jeremy. And Jeremy is a great guy. Jeremy is Paul Bunyan. He's done all these things. He's experienced all of this stuff. We have a monument in his name. He is awesome. He wears the badge of his name proudly. She's waking up now, and then she's sort of blinking her eyes, and she's saying, "That's the man I know." And she's going to you, and she's looking pretty attractive here. Come on now, this is G-rated. There's something, like, right about this, though. It's nothing dirty is going on, but, you know, it's just a fun thing, because you need to see love between man and woman in this scene. It needs to be balanced, where they both feel like they are a balance of each other's reflection, you know what I mean? And that when they feel balanced and their hearts are beating in oneness, now everything changes. Now we both feel balanced. Now you both feel aligned. There's something so good about this gift. This is great. She's so mesmerized by you. She does not see herself as a pinup girl. And yet you see her that way, which makes her feel so good about herself. She sees you as this hunka burning love, yet you are choosing to see yourself now as this. You are both choosing to see each other from each other's eyes. And then just feel balanced and oneness and worthy and deserving of each other. It feels great. It feels like this is appropriate. Now, the best part about this is we're sort of in a bedroom, and they're sort of in an embrace. It's sort of like a cartoon style one where she, he's like leaning her back, and, you know, they're sort of holding each other. She's got one leg kicked up, you know, it's just sort of silly, cartoony. And now I'm being placed outside the door, and they're doing this with the door window. So it's just like a black curtain just came down. It's like, be on your way now. It's like, okay, I'm on my way. That's what should happen. That's always what should happen. There's something about filling, I know it's sort of really beautiful things happening there, but I'm going to raise the vibration and just fill the whole space with red rose petals. It just make it really, I don't know, the vibration, just raise the vibration really high. Something about rose petals, red rose petals, there's really, there's something about rose, it's just romantic. There's something romantic about this. And just filling it with even more of a red glow and a heart in the center of the room. And so you both are breathing in sort of romantic energy and just love energy. Love to be intertwined with each other energy. And you both feel so secure and balanced with each other that what is you is her and what is her is you, and is sort of ping-ponging back and forth. And so you are in the oneness with each other. And it's amazing. This is really healing for every part of this whole journey. It's just one compartment after another. It feels so great. I feel alive. Thank you for this, Jeremy. This journey makes me feel alive. They all do different things. They're all a different experience, and they all make me contemplate. I'd be thinking about this journey for several days. Like, I think about them all. They're just so wonderful for me to experience and give this gift to you. I want to transform your life. I want to help heal this from your spiritual atmosphere. I want you to find freedom and joy. I want this for you. And because of your soul's willingness to share, experience this gift with me, now you share love with me. I get to experience all of this healing as well, and it's amazing. Some of these parts is like, oh gosh, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to tolerate it, but it's so worth it to stick with it. Just stick through it till the end and let the love just cleanse and purify everything. So I'm inspired to go through these scenes and just tidy them all up and make them full of love, just so you can feel that river of love just flowing through your body, through your blood, through your brain, through your heart, through your organs and muscles and bones and your smile, and your hands and everything that is you. You deserve this. You're so worthy and deserving of this loving energy. So I'm gonna I'm gonna clean out all these spaces, and then they're just gonna fill your bloodstream and make you feel so wonderful and amazing. Because you are wonderful and amazing. That's what this is about. So I'm inspired to go back to the space where we filled in the sink with soil, and then it just sort of got taken away from there before I could grow a garden here for you. I'm making it a romantic space, so everything has a romantic vibe that you feel like your two souls can enjoy this space together. Something feels really warm about that. So this is my favorite part. doing these types of romantic scenes. I haven't concocted yet. I'm thinking, okay, if Jeremy were here, what would Jeremy do right now? I'm just gonna we'll just see what the first thing is. So think of something, and then I'll tell you what whatever I come up with. I'm thinking like jacuzzi hot tubs are always appropriate, but we got to make it really seductive. We got to really make it really awesome. So it's not like a round hot tub. It's like a massive pool landscape, but it's totally like awesome. It has different inlets and coves, and you can swim in it, so it has some cold pool space and some jacuzzi space, and there's all different ways you can just enjoy it. There's different seating arrangements and just different levels of it, so you could, I don't know, I just need this to be a big massive like lake scene, but it's like a man-made awesome pool, like a celebrity would have or something, like Hugh Hefner style or something. I don't know, it's just something awesome. But it's totally romantic because it's set in like a luxurious, luscious garden surrounding it entirely. There's sort of beautiful romantic lights, but it's sort of surreal because they're like glowing orbs that are just like floating in the water in different colors. So you have like a purple glowing pool over here. And something about this feels really right. I'm just gonna, because it's kind of interesting that I thought of that, because I filled in that sink, right? So it's kind of like, it's odd, because I was making like a sink in a way. If you make a pool or a space like that, it's kind of like, isn't that like a sink too, you know? I wasn't even thinking about that. I just know that we need a luxurious, just romantic space to just get cozy in. I gotta figure this out. I gotta get the architect in me working on this here. Kind of have to have like some kind of smaller jacuzzi space. It can't be huge because it has to be romantic. It's got to be close quarters. But this other sort of swim space has got it. It's just massive, and it's so unique because it has different inlets and stuff. I'm growing plants here, and they're really exotic, and the whole feels like Hawaii because it's so exotic and it's so fresh and tropical and it's so romantic. The energy just feels so right. So I'm working on developing this. Somehow it's trying to manifest here, but it hasn't quite felt like it belongs here yet. Like, you belong here. You do. What if this doesn't belong here? What does belong here? There's something still about the energy that we need to work with a little bit. I simultaneously have like blueprints in the creation of this massive sort of, I mean, it's just awesome. Like, who doesn't want that in their backyard? But simultaneously, there's still some sort of energy vibration here that's kind of mucky. So I need to get the janitor in me to clean this up a little bit and then move this space in on top. They're saying purify the ground. So I say, okay. I'm planting blue orbs in the ground, and then I'm just doing thousands and thousands. So the entire soil is just filling with blue orbs, and they just sort of eat away the sort of lesser energies. And in that process is sort of eating the ground downward even. Eating it downward to create even what is like a dip or something of that kind. Now heaven is pouring liquid on top of this dip. There's a couple of heaven guys. They're like architects from heaven or something, filling this dip with a liquid, a purifying liquid. It's seeping into the ground as well, and even splashing over, so it's seeping all across the space. I'm inspired to, the tiling of your pool is this, and there's just thousands and thousands of them. That way the flooring and the walls are covered in this healing piece. Melchizedek. Jim. Lots of Jims. How about lots of Jeremys? There we go. We got the name right now. It's like, what is something I can remember? I can't remember that. I can't even spell that right. I tried another video, and it's not for me. The piece is for me, the physical piece, the spiritual energy, but the name is not for me. I'll never get it right. I don't even know how that guy was able to spell his own name. He probably had to stay in kindergarten a couple of years to get that one. I would have had to, I guess. All right, I'm focusing. So I'm just enjoying, this liquid is still pouring in, and it's pouring in a really smooth manner. This is somehow different than the other liquid, which just roared into the space and then splashed across the soil even to moisturize it. And this liquid is a little bit thicker even. It even has some sort of biological matter in it as well. I don't know what this is. It's like flakes and stuff. It's like, what is this? You putting flakes in our pool? They're like, just watch, you'll see. I was like, oh, okay, I'm counting on you guys. If I don't see anything, there's gonna be problems here. We're gonna have to get some new guys in on this. Okay, we're on the clock here. Telling my workers to hurry up. It's funny. I don't want any bird poop in this pool, so let's ensure the birds are flying on the outside of it. There's things to think about, you know. They're pouring even more of this in this sort of liquid into here. I mean, they have ginormous like containers of liquid that are just being dumped into here. There's angels coming down on horses. You ever seen an angel on a horse before? It's like they got angel wings and the horses have wings too. It's like angel horses with angel horse riders or something. I mean, it's like the craziest thing. There's two of them. They're in unison reflections of each other perfectly. They're stirring it with like a certain golden stick. They each are. And it's turning this liquid into a golden light. I guess this is how you make a proper pool, huh? You just let spirit do it. So it's all golden light, and it's starting to fizz, like it's bubbling, like it's full of, like it's a pop or something, but it's sort of bubbling with air and oxygens and stuff like that. And it's really neat to look at it. It's really mesmerizing on my eyes. It's not making me feel like I'm burning an acid or something. It's making me feel really excited. Like there's golden flecks in here too, making this whole thing glow with golden light. What would you rather have, the Hugh Hefner pool or the spirit pool that is glowing with golden light and golden flecks? Now it's like so much more amazing than anything our human minds could come up with. But it seems that your little inventive self is creating walls that are made out of gold. So when the light hits the water, everything, and there's these flecks in here that are golden. Somehow they're reflective pieces. But they're part of a biological matter or something. But the light is making sort of everything glow too. You're actually concocting a way to make a pool of this kind in the physical. Like you have a really inventive mind, full of really ingenious ideas, and even the know-how to make something happen that would just seem impossible. Or like, we would daydream about it, but we wouldn't try to figure out how to actually make that possible in the physical reality. This has come up now. This would be the third time this has come up in conjunction with you. There's a lot of pure energy that is taking place here. There's something about washing in the sacred pool. Still is working on manifesting itself fully. I put Jeremy, my stone, but I can't really call it Jeremy, I guess. They put that, along the walls. And then it became, we were shown that you had another idea, which was to use actual golden walls and floor. And then it creates a reflectiveness on pure water. And now the water is glowing with this sort of golden. And it's even enough to make the water warmer, too, somehow. Because it's reflecting light better. I don't know anything about the dynamics of mirrors and light and warming things. But it feels warmer. And there's something about what they put in this water is so pure that I feel like I'm in heaven's water when I'm in it. So they're saying that this is a very special space because it is being intertwined with my ideas and inventive ideas and heaven ideas and mankind ideas, and that all ideas that come together are reflections of really beautiful things. That whether it is a man-made pool or a pool made from heaven, or Jeremy's really inventive mind making it, or Abbey trying to make something, like all ideas, when you choose to think of something at a very high vibration, now those are the ideas that we don't want to go down the drain. Those are the ideas that we actually want to manifest in the physical. They're saying, well, which pool do you like better? You get to decide. It's almost like we're to make this a space for you to make for yourself. We've just shown you things, given you strategies and ideas from heaven for you to even concoct your own sacred space for you and your divine woman, to enjoy a dream that you manifest for each other together. But it seems to come from your inventive mind and heart and super soul. So you must have awesome ideas. You must have really awesome ideas. Even ingenious ideas that people will be like, whoa, what is that thing? And it's so legit. It's totally something so random. Nobody else could think of it but you. That's what this feels like. There's something to this wisdom that is part of why I can't make anything here, because you have to make it. This is a sacred space that we've made sacred and holy for you to. It's basically we're showing it to you as a blank canvas. Now paint it. Show us, reveal it, write it, speak it, design it. Use your inventive side, imaginative side to get concocting and creative about how you want to create a divine space for you and the woman you love. This is a big deal. This actually, doing this is going to provide so much joy and rocket you off in ways that we can't even imagine, because you're putting your special skills to actual work and manifesting beautiful and extraordinary things in the physical. Do you see this about yourself? Because this is what comes up. This is legit. I'm not able to make anything here. So they want me to say this space has been purified by heaven, by light workers of all different kinds, angels on Pegasus horses, and then architects from the universe, and celebrity style pools, and and Abbey and Jeremy, and it's just all different ways, different styles. They're saying this space has been purified by high vibrational thoughts and dreams that want to be manifested in the physical. And now we have transformed this space. We have released all of the lesser thoughts, and now we've transformed this space into a blank canvas. And this is one of several you will receive today. That's what they're talking about. So design this now. This space has been healed is what they're wanting to show me. I'm supposed to wipe the dust off of your body, even your physical body, as sort of reflection that this had a space within your physical body, somewhere in there, and I'm just dusting the dust off of you. That is a reflection of us being done with that space. That was a job well done, they say. Job well done. I'm just checking on how you're feeling in this statue. I mean, I'm not able to really, it's sort of like a massive building that's pure white, but it is a reflection of you. Again, it's sort of another reason for you to start putting your imagination to work. This is us helping you. The wisdom is what is giving you what you need to create. We give you the blank canvas, and now you create your own designs. This is a big deal as well. I don't know why, but there's an emerald mist that is developing here. And I have an emerald mist healing video, so just check that little thing over there in the corner, and I'll put a link into it. I'm just going to put all those at the beginning of the video, because I'll never find this point again. But at least then you have access to that and my website and other videos that I'm inspired to put out there. But there's an emerald mist developing here, and emerald is a massively healing color. And it just feels good that it's here. It's just developing. I mean, the ground here is really just dried out, like sandy. It's just dried out, and I mean, we're at the edge of a cliff, and there's nothing growing here. Everything's dry like a desert. And then we have this massive white building with white pillars and stuff. And you're inside of it. It's like a landmark. But I don't really understand. I don't have a clue what belongs in. I mean, it could be a hotel or something. I don't really know what we need to do with this. What would Jeremy do right now? Just think of something, and then I'll see what I come up with. I don't know why, but let's just build a carnival. Let's build like an Adventureland or something, a Six Flags, or an amusement park where people just roller coasters and a giant water park and I don't know, but this place is a landmark. People want me to go here and see this place. But I don't know what it is, but I gotta raise the vibration. We can't have this awesome landmark in the middle of nowhere. But I guess, you got Mount Rushmore. It's like this Who would have thunk it, out in the middle of nowhere too. It's just amazing. I've never even been there before, but it looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it kind of is attached to a mountainside, like it kind of has to be a little bit removed from society. But there's something, I don't know what we need to do here, Jeremy, but again, it's like a blank canvas scenario. But I'm trying to create energy to make it fun and exciting here, because this is part of your healing, is we're raising the vibration of this space. And I'm being encouraged to design or build it or create more here for you. This emerald mist is sort of starting to recede a little bit. Because of this sort of, amusement park and rides. But it's sort of like, I don't really want a bunch of, I don't know, maybe we just want this to be like a little nook and cranny for just you and your honey to go out to, and that is the most sacred space we could create. The greatest monument we could give to you is like a log cabin in a really remote wooded area full of green plants, and then a beautiful brook. And I mean, I don't know what it is, but there's something here that we're just going through different ideas. We're just flipping through different ideas in the catalog of what could be, and just dreaming about stuff. And that's part of the healing. I'm being encouraged to keep coming up with more ideas. They're not swiping this canvas into a clean slate yet. I'm just still supposed to be manifesting ideas, I guess. You see now the value of why you are not shackled, and why you are not in a dungeon, and why that punishment is not the value at all. That's not the fun. The fun is concocting your own monument for you. The fun is creating a romantic space that you can go swim, or be a hot tub, or be a luxurious garden, or whatever it is, a vacation space, or and now we're creating another one. It's just, this is the fun of life. This is the excitement. Now we are helping to see, what do we want here? Do we want to hang from up the rafters, or be in the dungeon, or do we want this little piece? We don't know its name, but do we want that with all the cool designs and all the fun ideas and the different ways that we can come up with an idea and then manifest it in the physical? That's the fun part. Coming up with an idea, an inventive idea, and actually making it a dream come true, actually stepping into the dream is really neat. You know how they have like Office Space, and the guy who makes I don't know if I love that movie, and you have this guy who comes up with this like ingenious idea to like jump to conclusions, and he creates like this really lame mat, and you just jump to the conclusion. It's like he came up with an idea and he made it real in the physical. Just because it's jumped to conclusions and it doesn't make any sense, it's real. But there's something really nifty about your creations. Are super mind-blowing, really inventive, really special, really unlike anything anybody else could come up with. And so this is just making everything just feel so much more exciting, and more happy, and more full of life, and more charming, and more smiley, and more joyful. You know what I mean? It just feels so much better. I'm just seeing, I just kind of like this remote cabin idea. I would totally just hang there and breathe that fresh air, have a cup of coffee on this sweet balcony, and just look at the wild animals if I see any. I hear the birds chirp. I don't know what it is, but there's something so peaceful about this. I'll just stay here. That's how this feels. I like it. That's all that's coming to me for right now. I'm inspired to see that we are creating orbs of wisdom. So inside this little orb of wisdom is, is this space. This space with a cabin in it. In this orb of wisdom is these other dreams of creating a monument for yourself in an amusement park. And then this one's got, so they're just ideas. They're thought bubbles, right? But they're really good ones. They make us feel like we're alive. They make us feel like, ooh, I really like where this is going. I'm getting really excited. So we got a thought bubble with romance in the room, with the little curtain, and the rose petals. So we're creating all these like thought bubbles. And they're more than that. They're real life dreams that deserve to be thought about and enjoyed. Time spent in them, experience them. It's fun that way. So I'm gonna go. That is just part of it. That is all I'm supposed to do with what I've concocted thus far. Then now I'm just inspired to go see what this boy and the snake. The snake is basically completely stalled out. It is it's dry. It's just a statue of a snake going ah with its sharp teeth. If YouTube captures that picture like that, I'll have to share that one as my picture for this video for you, just to make it funny. I just need to have fangs, to make it really effective. Abbey's spiritual healing video, Abbey with fangs. It's funny. Okay, I guess I just get in my own funny world, and then I don't know. I'm here by myself, talking to myself right now, technically. It's funny, but I'm not. I'm talking to real people. They just can't see you. Okay, so the snake is the desire to keep going and pestering you is completely not there. This is somehow a reflection of you yourself, sort of doing this like broken record behavior, but now it doesn't need to be there anymore. But this is also somehow reflective of what feels like a past life on another planet, like in a parallel universe, something weird like that. But the feeling is that let's not focus on the negative, let's just focus on the positive. The snake is stalled out, and this boy has not got bubbling skin like we're in a horror movie. He's enjoying his flute, and the marble went down the pathway that ends up where we are able to come up with all the right ideas and all the right healing to stall out this snake from ever biting this boy. And now the snake is a part of something. It just stalled out. He has no value anymore. The boy's just enjoying himself in the jungle. He's the jungle boy, playing on this flute that he made. That's amazing. It's just some really crazy wooden concoction that he came up with. He designed it. It's really special. And so he's like really laughing, and he's in his space of harmony, and no panic attacks, no freaking out, no gray spiral of smoke. That was not the way it was meant to be. The marble was never meant to go in that direction. We've managed to get the marble to veer into an alternative pocket, and now the outcome is the snake never ends up biting you ever. And so that never ends up happening. Now we are actually experiencing just joy that you deserve to have. And you do not deserve to experience anything less than all the best, most wonderful feelings in the infinite universe. I'm asking Archangel Michael what I could do with this snake piece. He's like, this is funny. So my dad had this really awesome rubber snake. It was really a cool one too. It wasn't your average one. It literally looked like a real snake with the fangs, and it was a big one. And it looked real. It was rubber though. So we had issues with birds, and they're turtle doves. Come on, man. He didn't like the birds nesting right at our front door, and they're putting bird poop all over our front porch and everything, you know what I mean? And so he put this rubber snake up there as a means to keep the birds out, and it worked. Just put a rubber snake, it'll get rid of the birds. So Archangel Michael, I was like, what am I going to do with this guy? And then he was sort of like reminding me of that odd memory, and it's like, we don't need snakes scaring away the love doves. We don't need that. It was just some sort of funny memory I'm supposed to share. And so we want love to thrive. We don't want the bird poop in the pool. We don't want it on our front porch. But somehow these turtle doves don't poop. They're non-pooping ones. They're clean and tidy, and they're just in love. This is my dream. I can have it however I want it. I'm saying this snake is a reflection of. I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to think of something. So, snakes, obviously, I love snakes. I adore them. And they're, to me, a reflection of high vibrational sort of, the infinite. They remind me of the infinite. They remind me of what is a balance between the dark and the light. What is the development of a soul through the challenges of life in order to be reborn in the light as a much more profound divine expression. So you can't become more full of light unless you go through the darker, pathways. You go down the darker pathways, and now you learn, and now you become a brighter light for all to see, a brighter star in the sky. And so this is somehow representative of a transformation, but it also is representative of a past that is not a part of the present. And so the snake has completed its role, and it is energy now that is not a part. I don't want this energy as a part of you, because it is a reflection of pain that has been suffering, and I don't want this to be a reflection of that anymore. I want it to be a reflection of all the things that bring the greatest amounts of joy and flood our lives with happiness and heavenly, liquid light water and stuff like that. Love and everything. I'm just supposed to see that the snake is evaporated through that language. It never was there. This is possible through all of this work that I've done. In fact, the boy is in his home space right now with his family who love him. And he's experiencing genuine love from his mother and father, and from all the people in his tribe. And everybody is so proud of him for this amazing flute that he made. Nobody else could have made this. This is unreal. This is sort of a gift from heaven to them all. So they say, you are a gift from heaven to us all. He's not even in the forest. He's actually filled with so much love from his tribe and his family members, and everybody just adoring him for his uniqueness, his unique style. The way that he is so special. Now, there is no value. There is no snake. There is no pain and suffering. There is none of this. I'm choosing to see, this is where I'm going to leave this space. You just being sort of cheered on by everybody who loves you in this tribe, and everybody knows you and loves you, and you're so loved and accepted. So, this space where we started here with the red rubies, and this Abbey, he's smiling and he's resting peacefully. He just feels full of love right now. He seemed to have dreamed all of this stuff. And it was all a dream. Everything has just been a dream, it seems like. It's oddly enough, but we're just sort of leaving this atmosphere as Abbey, just going up into heavenly light, and just acknowledging that it was all part of a dream. And the dream that was filled with the best memories of love that he wants to manifest, experience, and be a part of. Somehow, he's going up, up, up and away into heaven right now. He wants to be his divine light. He knows now that he sort of received his sock. He's like worthy and deserving of love. He's saying that I know now. I am worthy and deserving of love. So he's just going up, up, and away. Into heavenly light. I just feel happy for him. I just feel very happy for him. He seems to know where to go and what to do. Everybody's giving him like the happy days high fives and like the thumbs up, like yeah, as he's going into the light on his own accord, through his own choices, to choose healing now, to choose to experience love, to choose to be reborn in the light. He's been given all the wisdom and all the inspiration and all the love and all the sort of realizations and all the dreams and all the and everything to help him wake up and say, I get it now. He feels so amazing. He feels so much relief from everything that he was going through before this. And just being in the light and knowing that everybody loves him, and that he is this. He is really loved and adored. He's growing massive in the light. He's like a Paul Bunyan story again, growing massive. Tall tale guy. He's just a massive energy, but I can't see him from all the white light. They're saying to see the growth of this massive energy as energy with name tag that says Jeremy on it. It's sort of a white canvas thing. Only Jeremy knows what Jeremy looks like behind the white curtain of heavenly light. Something like that. I'll never come up with it. Only you can. There's something lovely about this. This whole experience has been really refreshing. I just inhaling and just breathing in the energy is just really nice. So I'm just checking to see if what else we need to do here. I'm just supposed to allow you to stay in the white light. You're there with all kinds of loving beings giving you the thumbs up and the happy days, yeah, and everything just feels really good. Everything just feels really warm and really wonderful. And now they're showing me that the end of the book, when we close it, there's a white puff of heavenly light comes out. That the end of your story and the beginning of your new story ends in this and begins with this. And that's a great story. We want a happy ending and a happy new beginning. Because what ends is now what is beginning. And so this is a really special book, signed by you. Now we have your signature. Now it is even worth more. And so it's sort of like a gift to the Hall of Records. This is your Jeremy soul journey and is amazing. And so we just love that. We're all very proud to have your story in the books with us, to enjoy it. So that is the end of this soul rebirth journey for you, Jeremy. Thank you for this amazing experience. It was really uplifting for me. It was really beautiful. I can't wait to see how you're feeling later. So I'm going to close on that, and thank you for everybody who watches the video, and then for all your support. And if you would like to experience your own transformative healing, definitely connect with me at my website, abbeynormalswisdomquest.com, and then just put your little finger or your little mouse over there, and then there'll be a link to my website, so you can just click on that and find your way there. So thank you again. I'm wishing everybody, and you too, Jeremy, I'm wishing you all of the best.